So let's get into the interior of this. Again, this is a Laramie trim. This is going to be standard with leather. This has a nice, I'm going to say it's like a charcoal leather on the outer bolsters. The inside is going to be perforated, and the insides of the bolsters are going to be like an Alcantara. You're going to see some nice gray stitching and gray piping. I think they did a great job on the seats. Again, with the door panels, did a great job. They do have the stitching on the door panels. Everything is a soft touch surface. Guys, this is a great addition. If you've had a Ford, you know that these all plastic, hard touch areas. Even the dash is wrapped in leather, or maybe that's vinyl, I don't know. I would guess it's leather, but at least it's wrapped in a soft touch surface, and there is stitching that matches the rest of the stitching in the car. Thumbs up to Ram for doing that. This is why people say they're above and beyond on the interiors. Simple things like this. This is a either it's a light grade metal or alloy of some sort, aluminum, or it is, you know, just a plastic that's coated with something metallic. But just see simple things like that, of having that aluminized rings around the speaker grills, around the door handles. You know, the door handles feel good. All this nice little stuff, that's a nice little touch. They do have a faux carbon fiber. Again, most of the time I could do with or without that, but I think Ram did do a better job with a faux carbon fiber look than Ford did, so that is a nice addition too. My Ford always had problems with these door pins. Door pins would always break if anybody would try and manually pull up on the door pins in the back. I don't know if these are going to hold up any better or not. These feel like they're plastic as well, but I kind of wish that they would have did away with door pins. I know some of the Fords, not my F-150, but some of the Fords did do away with door pins. Like my Escape doesn't have door pins. The seats. So you have obviously all your adjustments with being power seats, but this actually has an adjustable lumbar support, not only for the bottom down here, but you're going to see lumbar support can go up and down. You can adjust where the bag or the lumbar support will adjust, and you can do it kind of mid-back, higher back, depending on your torso. That is a nice addition as well. If you're really tall or really short, that is something cool to have. Another thing on the front seats is, and you're not going to see it from there, so the front seats are actually ventilated and heated. I love my heated seats. Heated seats are an absolute must for me. Ventilated seats I've only experienced once, but guess what? That's a cool option to have. I'm sure in the summer I'm going to like that. I've only ever had that on a loaner, and I did enjoy it. Let's go to the back seats, because the back seats are actually kind of interesting. Again, you know, same piping, same design. But here is a nice addition to the back seats. You're going to see heated back seats. I don't sit in the back seat, so I don't really give a shit about that much, but I'm sure my passengers in the back seat will enjoy that. Another really cool feature is the back seat actually reclines. So we're going to see if we can get it to recline. There's a handle down here, and you can see we can actually kind of kick back and lay back a little bit. Me being 6 foot tall, you can see, you know, my knees will go pretty much right back to the chair in its back position. However, I have the option loaded or set up for when you shut the car off, the seat will go back, and when you turn the car on, the seat will go forward. So the seat is quite a bit further back than what it would normally be. But again, being 6 feet tall, I can kind of lounge out and chill, no problem. And you recline back, and again, you can see there's got to be at least, you know, 6-8 inches of space there with this all the way back. So that is a nice addition as well, for my passengers at least. Another nice addition in the rear of this, with my F-150, it was more like a 60-40 split. This is a 60-40 still, whereas in, you know, that's going to be your 40, that's going to be your 60 for the flip up. However, you have this nice center console for the passengers that'll flip down, and they have their cup holders right there, and you have cup holders there, and you have a nice cubby space right there for, I don't know, whatever, iPhones, iPads, sandwiches for the kids, you know, whatever. That is a nice addition to be able to have for the kids back there. Other than that, again, your 40 is going to flip up like that. Seats flipped up, gives you plenty of space back here. I will say that this is a little bit nicer than my F-150 as well, this little cargo area. So this actually flips back, and you can make this all flat. The cargo area of my F-150 was more of a plastic tray. This seems like it is deeper than my F-150. This is all the same stuff I had in my F-150, and it would not all fit. The F-150 was just storage area on this side, and on the 60 side, it was just open. So, you know, I couldn't keep my things contained. This brush thing right here to get the snow off, I can never put down my seat with that thing under it, and I always had to put it on the floor up here. As you can see, there is no issue getting my seats down with that under there. So again, another nice option with Ram. They thought that out a little bit more, made it a little bit more deeper, a little bit more versatile, and I think it works better. Another cool thing Ram did, and I'm not sure how much I'm going to use this, but there are actually tubs underneath here. This back liner over here kind of blocks it a little bit, but let's see if we can tuck it away. There are tubs here on the floor. Flip this up, and you're going to see there's some storage space for, you know, whatever, tools, stuff like that. And there are hooks here in the floor as well for strapping anything down. You can actually take those tubs out. I've heard of people using those as coolers. So you can actually take those tubs out, use them for coolers if you want to, for tailgating. I don't know, but it's a cool little feature to have. Again, you're going to see the same trim design on the doors, same stitching, everything is nice there. You're going to see that there are things like this in the ceiling. There's one there, one over there, and I think there's one up front on each side. From what I understand these to be, I understand these to be active noise canceling microphones. I don't know a lot about them. Actually, there's 4 up front. I don't know a ton about them yet, but from what I researched, this vehicle is supposed to have some kind of active noise canceling. So I don't know if that's just supposed to make the cabin sound a little bit quieter when you're driving. I haven't really took notice if it's any quieter. Again, you know, you're listening to the radio, you're jamming, you don't really pay attention to that stuff. But from what I understand, it is to make the cabin a little bit more quiet and enjoyable. Another nice upgrade, well, debatably nice. So you're going to see the Harman Kardon logo up top there on the front speaker. This package is equipped with a 19 speaker Harman Kardon system. I enjoy my music, so to me that is a nice thing. They have 3 levels. They have their bass, their Alpine, and their Harman Kardon through Dodge Ram products. This one came with the Harman Kardon. I want to say it sounds awesome and mind-blowing, but really it doesn't. It doesn't sound bad, but my bass stereo in my F-150 didn't sound bad either. I mean, I think that this is pretty comparable. Maybe there's a little bit more low-end punch. There's supposed to be a subwoofer of some sort behind the passenger back seat. You have to actually fold down the seat to see it. I probably wouldn't say it's a highly powered subwoofer or a long throw subwoofer. It's probably an 8-inch woofer, I would say. So comparing it to my Shaker 1000 system and my GT500, it is nowhere close to that in response to bass extension. But that thing's pretty ridiculous. It has 8-inch subs in the doors and it has 2 10-inch subs in the rear. This is a 950, 75 watt system, 19 speakers. Again, it does pretty good. I'm not going to say it's bad. It does pretty good. It's just not what I would expect for a 19 speaker system that has almost 1,000 watts of power. So, I'm kind of hit or miss on that, but I haven't heard the other systems from Chrysler products, so I can't say how much of an upgrade it is, but I do hear their base system is pretty terrible, so take that for what it is. So you're going to see the steering wheel is has tons of options in the steering wheel. This is actually a heated steering wheel. This is a great addition as well. I missed having a heated steering wheel in my other vehicles, so it's wintertime in Pennsylvania. This is fabulous. I like that the steering wheel is wrapped nicely. However, I kind of wish that the steering wheel was perforated. This is a nice, smooth soft leather, but I really do wish that this was perforated in some fashion. That's just my preference. I don't really like a smooth steering wheel. I like a steering wheel that has a little bit more feel to it, and I wish it would have had, you know, some bump outs up here just to make it feel a little bit more sporty. You guys may not agree with me. I come from sports cars, sport luxury cars. Maybe that is not a truck segment thing, but that is something I enjoy having. So you have your controls over here to go through the dash functions, which will go in accessory to show you that. And, all right, so you have your knob over here, or buttons over here, to go through your fuel economy, trip info, start stop stuff. You have a whole bunch of different options to go through here and get to different screens. You have your cruise control options. This is the predictive cruise control, I guess they call it. So you can set how far away or how close to a vehicle you want to be, and it will automatically brake and speed up, so you don't have to do that manually. I've always hated using cruise control, because manual cruise control sucks, because for some reason people on the highway can't stay on the gas. People always got to hit the brakes on the highway. That drives me crazy. So after I use this, I'll give you guys a review how well this works. I don't know yet, so I can't really talk too educatedly on it. Behind the steering wheel, if you can see it, you're gonna have buttons right here. This side is going to be for volume. This side is for skip, seek, that kind of stuff, you know, for your audio controls. You can hold in this button, and actually you can tap that button and use the Uconnect voice control, or you can hold on it and use Siri or Google Assistant or Alexa, whatever option you may have. So that's pretty standard across most new vehicles these days. You got your lighting controls here, and one thing I will say that I found by accident, this control right here, I think it is, there's actually ambient lighting. I thought that this was just adjusting the light output of the, you know, top lights, but that actually does ambient lighting. So there's lights underneath the dash down here, there's lights in the cups, I think, over in the doors, there's lights in here that lights up a little bit, and then the back. So that is cool to have. It's not as cool as the Ford, I forget what they call it, My Touch or something like that, where you can adjust the colors of the lighting like I can in my Escape. But again, it is cool to have. I like having that there, so that is cool as well. Auto dimming mirror. This package did not come with the camera in the mirror, so, you know, I could do with or without that. With missing that, I also missed the heads-up display. You know, again, it would be cool to have, but it just didn't have that package. You'll see no panoramic sunroof. I was a little upset about that, but again, the deal was kind of too good to pass up, so whatever. All the other vehicles that we have with panoramic sunroofs, we very rarely, if at all, ever use them anyway, so whatever. I can deal without that. You got your SOS and your assist. I think they call that the Guardian system, where if you get into an accident, kind of like GM's version of OnStar, you got to set that up. I think they give you 5 years with that, with purchasing the vehicle, so I'm covered throughout my 36-month lease. You know, you got your typical lights, all that stuff. At first, I thought that this thing did not have a sunglass holder. The Fords are cut a little bit weird. They're a little chauncey. They stick out like a sore thumb. It's very easy to notice if you have a sunglass holder. So looking at it from there, you don't see it, but then I happened to just touch right here. I was like, oh, what's this? Hit that, and then boom, there's your sunglass holder. I do think that Ram did a better job, and if you guys can see this, it's just cut in a little bit tighter and a little bit nicer looking, that it doesn't stick out, so it blends in with the interior a little bit better. Over to the passenger side, you're going to see it's got the nice Laramie emblem on the glove compartment, top glove compartment, just like it does with the seats. And it is cool that you have a top glove compartment. I keep all kinds of random first aid shit and napkins and stuff like that in there, because you never know when you need to shit yourself on the road or something. Haha. You have your regular glove compartment as well. So pretty basic stuff here. Let's go ahead and see. We'll start it up. And we will go into the Uconnect. So you see I have the 12-inch Uconnect system. This is a pretty cool system. Let's Go ahead and shut the heat off and wait for this to come on. Okay, I had it turned off. So the 12-inch Uconnect system is a pretty nice system. Again, I have very limited use with it, but it is a nice looking layout. I had an Infinity Q50 at a first year Q50 2014 that had a similar type thing, but it had 2 screens. So I was used to having a much bigger infotainment system before getting the F150. So this is welcome to have back. This stuff gets a little bit busy, but it is kind of cool to have. Again, I like my tech. I work in the tech sector, so to me, this kind of stuff is cool. You can go through, we have this on the standard screen. I haven't customized any of this stuff yet, but you can see you have the basic home screen, you have your navigation up top, audio at the bottom, and you can go through your options down here at the bottom. You get your controls for your heated seats, ventilated seats, heated steering wheel, you got all your camera stuff, steps, mirrors, you got everything you can adjust in there. You got your climate control. I have it off right now, but you can turn it on and adjust where you want the climate control. You have your UAPS screen where you're going to adjust a plethora of options in here. Again, I'm not going to get into this stuff right now. Just know that you have a lot of options in here that you can play with. You got your navigation, which is nice to have a nice big navigation screen like that. You got your phone, which, okay, so my phone is connected. It seemed that the Bluetooth was not connecting right away for my phone, so that's been a little hit or miss today for some reason. And you have your backup cams. So this is where I was telling you guys about the cameras all around the car. So we'll do the surround camera, and then you're going to see it will actually show all around the truck and the backup. You can adjust, you can do full backup where it'll pan out a little bit more to see people that are over in your corners. You can do your front camera. Again, that's a big front pan. You can either use the sensors in the front of the vehicle that I said will come on this screen when you're pulling into a spot, or you can use that front camera. You can just easily switch over to that in your controls, and you can see exactly where you're going. You can tighten up that front camera view and get the 360 view, or you can get the actually that is the view from the tailgate. Okay, so that is from the tailgate. I actually thought that there was another camera up top of the cab, because I was going to bitch that with the Ford one, only having the camera in the tailgate, when the tailgate was down, obviously you were looking down at the ground and your sensors would go off and you couldn't see anything, so that was kind of a pain in the ass. So it does seem like this is probably going to be the same way with the bed or with the tailgate down. You're obviously not going to be able to see out, you know, from the back of the vehicle. So I was actually incorrect on my thinking with that, but whatever. You still have the bird's eye camera, so you can probably still see things that way, so that may actually work out okay. Okay, so another weird thing about this vehicle is you're going to see you actually have a knob here to go through your gears. Not a typical shifter right here, not a shifter right there. It's not terrible to get used to. You know, it does take a little bit of time, but it's not terrible. But this allows you for so much space in here for your console. So I kind of like how Ram did this console. You got a top level. You're going to open up. You're going to see I got my pistol in there. So plenty of room for pistol, ammo, knife, you know, flashlight, whatever. And you also got USB in there, which I didn't notice before. Then you hit the second and go up. And then you have this large open area there. For some reason, they put a max fill. I find that weird, but whatever. You have a big, large area there. You have this large tray here for miscellaneous shit, change, cup holders. But this can actually go back in sections as well. And that can go all the way back, and you have this huge open area here. You have an option here to be able to put your phone wireless charging, which is cool if it works well. The problem I have here is this is my iPhone 11 Pro, and let's see if it actually links up. Okay, so it's not wireless charging. Move it over a little bit more, and it's still not wireless charging. Move it over, still not wireless charging. I think if I put it down like this, now you'll see the wireless charging light comes on and you'll show that it is charging. So I guess you have to have it on its side for it to wireless charge. Not cool. I wish you could actually line 2 phones up in there, or even just set it up like that in case you want to look at your phone. That is not entirely the case. You're gonna see the tow haul stuff. I don't have the full tow haul package. I kind of wish I would have got it, but I'm gonna deal without it. I do have an added brake controller. I think that was like a $300 option. And then you just have the basic tow haul mode. What it doesn't have is the knob to be able to back up your trailer. I've been dealing without it on my F-150, but it would have been nice to have. The fact that I do have the 360 view cameras, though, is going to make a difference here, I think. I did order it on my F-150. I didn't get it on this because this was a lot pickup, and it was whatever they optioned it to be. So I can probably get past that. You have your parking sensors on and off that you can turn on here. You have your parking assist that you can turn on and off here. This will actually parallel park the vehicle for you. This has the lane departure option you can turn on or off. Now, one thing I'm going to say about the lane departure, so you're going to see that there is a white car there showing, you know, basically to show you all kinds of warnings where the car is on the road and if you're getting out of your lane. I tested this on the way over by drifting over into another lane. This thing did not audibly alert me. It did not turn red. It didn't really do anything other than turn yellow on that. So I gotta look that up and see how that works. I don't think it works properly though, so I gotta look into it. We're gonna get into that thing in another video. I'm actually gonna post that video first before I post this video. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about this. This went on at 77 miles. I tried to clear this off with my OBD2 scanner. So basically it is a P219A code from what I gathered, and it was some kind of air fuel ratio imbalance. Why that came up, who the fuck knows, but it came up at 77 miles. That is not cool, Dodge, or I'm sorry, Ram. That is not cool. Basically, I was going up an incline on the highway, gave it a little bit of gas to get up the hill, and 2-3 minutes later, that popped on. I can only assume it has something to do with that, but who the hell knows at this point? Not cool. So I plugged in my scanner, got the code, tried to clear it, and my scanner does not clear that code. So I may have to wait for the dealer to clear that code. One of the other things you're going to notice, and I don't think it's going to show me in here now, but when you go to, there goes the driver assist thing, that may actually show the lane departure in there as well. I have to try that out a little bit more. But one thing I found out earlier is that if you have an active cell on this, your your remote start will not work. So I was trying to do a remote start for the cold start for you guys, and it would start up and then shut off after 5 seconds, and then it just wouldn't restart again. Did some research and actually found out that if you have an active cell on the vehicle, the remote start will not work for some kind of preservation. I guess the vehicle wants to preserve itself if there is an issue. So maybe that's a good idea if this was more of a major issue. I've already driven this 30-something miles with that cell on, so there is not a major issue that I'm aware of. So, you know, I don't know how I feel about that, but if you guys run into that, that is something to check on if you have an active code. So guys, we're just going to give you a once around again. I hope you guys found this informative. I know I'm doing this a little bit premature because I don't know enough about the truck yet. I haven't had much time with the truck yet, but I wanted to give you guys the basics. Again, coming from a Ford and multiple Fords. Actually, I have multiple Fords and I still do, but I will say the initial impressions of this thing, the fit and finish are far superb compared to the Ford. My XLT version especially, but honestly I think even in the Lariat holds a wick to this thing. Just the soft touch stuff on the dash. My F-150 dash was warped from day one. It was warped, and it was a hard plastic dash. So far from what I see from the fit and finish, this thing looks fabulous. The soft touch surfaces are great. Just everything about this thing, it looks like a nicely built truck, and it drives like a nicely built truck. It's got coilover suspension in the rear rather than the leaf springs. That is a nice addition as well. It is a little bit more cushy if you're a guy like me and you're used to luxury vehicles. So guys, I apologize if this is a little bit longer video than you probably anticipated, but there is no 2021 ownership videos of these things yet. It's just guys on YouTube that go to Dodge lots or Ram lots and ask them if they do a good review, if they can do a review on their vehicle. They're not going to show the stuff like the check engine light and the remote start not working. That's what the owners are going to show you. So again, I apologize, this is a little longer video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. We're going to be doing a follow-up on what comes of the check engine light. I'm going to give you guys some real gas mileage experience. Right now, the gas mileage is pretty terrible, but the vehicle's only got 100 miles on it. It's going to take time for the engine to break in. I try not to get too upset about that. The distance to empty meter is off. I think that it's just going to be, you know, that you got to run a couple tanks through it for it to understand it's a new vehicle. It hasn't been filled up yet other than the initial fill up. So I think that that is going to take some time for it to work itself out. So I will be following up with real world gas mileage. I don't expect this thing to hold a wick to my 2.7 as far as gas mileage. It should be pretty damn close, if not a little bit better than what a 3.5 is going to be. But we'll tell you that. We'll follow up at a later time. So if you guys have any comments, questions, concerns, hit me down below. Let me know what you want to see, what I was wrong on, what I was right on. You guys let me know. Again, I am new to the Ram family. So we will be following up with new videos. Let me know what you want to see, and we'll catch you guys on the next one. I want to thank you guys for joining me on this new journey, and hopefully it's a good one. We'll see. Have a good one, guys.